Hey guys, welcome back to Easy Life today. Going to be continuing our Snooker 19 career mode against Mark King. Last time we were in the shameful circumstances of only being able to film 3 frames because of my camera battery, but this time hopefully that doesn't get in the way and we can film this match to a finish. Hopefully it does only last 2 more frames. Obviously we want to win this as easy as possible. If we were to win it 6-3, it would be our most comfortable victory of this tournament so far. And even so, so far, this is our most comfortable match of the tournament. We've survived huge scares in the first round against Mark Joyce. Sorry, Mark Joyce was the second round. I can't exactly remember who I played in the first round. I think I'm not sure. I just got one eye on the France and Hungary game. I'm not actually listening to it. Well, BBC Sports just lagging a bit. Well, it's back now. I'd back the world champions on that one if I were to bet. I wouldn't bet on matches like this. I mean, I don't think I'd bet on football like that. I don't think I'd even bet on snooker myself. I wouldn't say something I'd ever think is a good idea. You can lose a lot of money from betting, so I wouldn't bet on anyone, but I'd say that France is certainly the stronger team. This is, according to Dave, this is a really interesting tape for our safety skills. Our safety skills. Well, I just potted a ball. Leave it out, Dave. Only missed position.
Not what he intended at all.
Oh, Mark King.
Poor shot.
What a
Ronnie
pot.
O'Sullivan, 1.
See what King, the Royal King, did.
6. 7.
Can we play like a king is the question.
12. Mark King.
He just turned something down, didn't he? You have to say it was a really good plant that I got in. I was doing it so half-heartedly when I was talking about it so half-heartedly. I was talking about betting, but yeah. What's this? They're showing the goalkeeper. I think that's the Hungarian goalkeeper. Is it a penalty? France? No. Or is it a French penalty? I don't know. No, it's just a goal kick. I'm just getting, because I might have been getting the sides of the pitch mixed up.
1.
King took a remarkable amount of time on that shot.
8.
And chance to go even Stevens here. You'd have to say for King, the raw man. Of course I'd love to have a deep run here, and that wasn't a bad split. Good chance for Mark. I'd love to have a deep run at the UK Championship. It's a huge tournament, I think. Just haven't got going today, so a new day from when I was filming last. Maybe I'll tell I'm a bit rusty, but maybe I took a bit of an undue shot on there. I haven't done too much wrong other than take on that silly shot, which has left King in for this break of 25 and counting. 32 and counting.
32.
He's got a big lead now, 43 points.
33.
Yeah, about to be a 50-point lead. Yeah, there we go, 50 plus. 50 plus lead, and King, well, he's about to draw level in this match. You'd have to think here. And moving forward in this tournament, I think we certainly need to play a bit better if we do get through past King. Obviously, we're not going to be behind if we lose this frame, so we're still going to have we're still chances to win the tournament, still chances to win this match. Hungary and France, meanwhile, still on level terms, but that wasn't Mark King's best shot.
Mark King, 48.
That definitely wasn't Mark King's best shot. Because he's given us half a chance here. A very tough one. If this goes in, well, look at those other reds. At your mercy. You have to say it wasn't a bad safety from King to follow up the poor positional shot. And, maybe we should have played safe, but with reds like that, you don't want to. I just can't be arsed. I'd rather get in the next frame and make a big break if I'm not going to be able to make one on this one. So yeah, a couple more pots and the frame is King's, I think. One thing I have noticed in this match is King has played some very slow snooker. I didn't think he'd go for that one though. 5 reds left, so blue and red needed.
6.
Bad to say not a good shot, there's a red to right, left, middle. And if this goes in, I'm immediately hitting concede. I can't stand around waiting for Mark King to hurry up. He's such a slow player.
Conceded. Frame, Mark King. Thank you, the 9th frame. Ronnie
So the pressure's back, guys. The pressure is absolutely bang slap on again. If we can win this frame, then I think, you know, it kind of puts us under a little bit of a relaxed situation. But we certainly don't want to lose this frame. Would have loved to have won the last one to be 5-3 up, but hey, that's not a bad break off at all. Oh right, I thought we hadn't left that red, but we had. It wasn't such a good break off, but it's fine because he's missed it. He's left us this on, but boy, this is tough. But I think that even if I do miss this, I can still get the cue ball relatively safe.
Tricky shot here.
Oh man, I didn't think I thought I'd hit it too thick. But Steve Davis scenario, he was thinking on that final black in 1985, that he should just try and get it as thin as possible and it will go in, because he just didn't want to overcut it. He didn't want to he didn't want to hit it too thin, or too thick even. He didn't want to hit the back too thick, and the result of that was hitting it too thin and missing the pop that way, and enabling Dennis Taylor to secure one of the most famous victories in one of the most famous matches of snooker history.
Great positional shot. He'll be happy with that. 1.
Not bad.
Well played. 8.
Neil's getting all happy with that, so, you know, must mean we're doing something right. If Dave and Neil, the critical commentators, are happy. And a very nice positional shot and a very nice angle, I have to say here. So it's a very nice angle, you know, for you-know-what. The cannon. Here goes. Well, just need to make sure this black's just going to get the potting angle right.
Nicely played onto a red. 16.
Oof, I thought I'd missed it for a moment.
17. Looking to play this with a lot of power.
I'd say I'm fairly happy with that shot. Meanwhile, I still think it's 0-0 for Hungary and France.
He's taking the red on.
A few minutes behind this is, I think, BBC Sport, but... How's this red looking? Not bad at all. He's got to be careful here, playing a shot with some side, of course, you know, it's obviously a lot can go wrong. So just important just to hit the power bar. I think I made a good job of that to get down the black. Being able to rack up these points very nicely at the moment, which is exactly what I need to be doing just to get my rhythm back. Okay, I've probably taken a couple of slow shots, but it's fine.
Well, I think he's lost position.
I did think I was playing that too hard. Still got a shot on this red. It's a very tough red, mind, but a shot nonetheless. Boy, this is tough. Here goes.
He's tempted by this red. Missed pot.
Well, no pot and no 147. I was very conscious through that break. I didn't say anything because I didn't want to get anyone's hopes up, but I was thinking all the time 147 in that break. Really, what? I did not know that red went. I did not know that red went. I thought I'd covered it. I thought if the red goes, that's just because it's rotten luck, but what's King going to make of this?
9.
A bit straight on this blue, so I'm assuming he's going to screw back. No?
14.
Has he found something that I can't see? No, he played safe.
Mark King 14.
Flat out played safe.
He's looking at this red.
Now this is a shot tin, I think, if ever you see one, I think.
No, not this time.
Missed that by a week.
Close, but a miss nonetheless.
But that red's gone a bit safe, and I've hampered him by the blue on this red. I know it probably won't affect him, it's only half a ball hamper. Yeah. And look at these reds now, this is very worrying for us. I do feel very concerned at this point. As you could sympathise with that, I think.
6.
Is he going to miss?
7.
Itchy. What's happening? Oh, 5-minute stoppage chimes time.
Mark King.
Oh, he's missed. Or he's messed up at least. Don't know if he missed. I didn't really watch it. I was focusing on France and Hungary. I'm not listening to it, by the way. It looked like there was some foul in the penalty area, believe it or not. Is it a penalty now? This looks like a goal now. It's not. I think it might have been a goal kick or whatever, but I don't even think it was that. Tough little pot here. Oh my god, I've overcut it again.
That's poor. He should have potted that.
I'm overcutting him. I've left a tough one, but I'm sure he'll get it in. No sway. I didn't think he'd go for that one. Well, we can't really go for this, can we, guys? It's going to play a lovely safety. I think I made a very nice job of that. Smashing job. Hungary have just scored. I don't believe it. Before the match, I was making predictions of the scoreline. I didn't make a video of it, but I just made predictions myself. I predicted France to win this match 6-0, so I'm not right, so I've got that wrong. Just predicted France would win this 6-0. I know that sounds completely outrageous, but France do have a habit of scoring heavy. But perhaps Hungary have gained experience after that Portugal match. And I feel it's a good thing that they got Germany last, because Germany, I'd say, is the worst out of France, Germany and Portugal, no offence. I'd say Germany's the easiest team out of the three, so there's probably a chance for Hungary, having built up their experience through playing France and Germany, France and Portugal have really tough teams. They've probably got a slightly easier match against against Germany, and a chance to go through, so you never know, Hungary could shock us all and go through. I actually think, after that goal's changed everything, because that was against one of the tougher two teams, France and Portugal, obviously. I think Germany's definitely the easiest one. Germany's on not so very good form, as they're renowned for, perhaps. Back in 2014, of course, the iconic Brazil game.
That's a top shot. Great technique.
There's even a Wikipedia page on it, Germany versus Brazil 2014. So, I think it's a fairly iconic match, to say the least. Germany 7-1 Brazil, that is a scoreline. 7-1. And Brazil's not a bad team, that's the thing. Brazil's one of the very best.
9.
Brazil is one of the very best. I think 4 times the world champion of Brazil.
Left middle pocket.
Doesn't matter about the red, so long as the cue ball lands just right.
Loose play like that isn't what you'd expect.
Well, it's cannoned the brown, but the red's finished safe, so...
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 9.
I thought he'd got the fluky plant for a moment. Well, he's left us a tough red. In real life, I'd probably be fairly comfortable about this, but in this game, this shot is tough. Believe me. I know I'm making an exaggeration. Is the stoppage time over? I don't think it is. They're nearly done with it. They got just over a minute left.
1. We know what a prolific long potter he is, so I'd assume he'd take this on.
So frame that started with 147 is ending a bit scrappy. I'm just glad to be getting over the line. Probably my form's sunk a little bit since I'm using the Pro Plus aiming aid, but you know, hopefully we can produce a good break in the next frame and get this match won by a clear 2 frames. It would be nice to win a match in this tournament, not on a decider, you know. And you know, actually, when I was making my videos and uploading them yesterday, I realised that I forgot to upload the Neil Robertson semi-final Champion of Champions, and I accidentally deleted that from my camera thinking I'd uploaded it. So you did see, basically the footage of that is now lost, and you won't be able to see that. Yeah. But basically what happened, the first episode, first 4 frames, is an extremely high standard, 3 century breaks in total. Robertson hit him in the first one with a 106, I think. He took a scrappier second one. I produced some absolutely fantastic pots in the third one, en route to a 105 break, I think it was. I produced a superb plant as well as a lovely pot on the brown from distance. And then in the fourth one, Robertson produced a massive break. It was something like 135. The second video was a bit less standard. I don't know if there was a century in that second episode. We took the first frame in pretty good style for 3-2, but then Robertson kind of broke away and 4-2, 5-2, and I kind of lost hope. But I was still trying. But I just didn't get chances at that point. And even if I did, I was perhaps going for outrageous shots out of frustration, and it kind of ended in a miserable 6-2 defeat, basically. So that was the score. Robertson beat me 6-2 in that match. I mean, you know, I'm not proud of the video, so I'm not proud of the scoreline, so I'm not too fussed about it not being uploaded. And you know, it was a depressing match anyway. There were obviously the first mini session was absolutely fantastic. It was a joy to it would be a joy to watch. You know, the AI played superb. I just wanted to see how many. I was kind of watching him through the whole frames in those 2 century breaks because it was just such a good standard. Yeah, I probably was going to call the video something like an extremely high standard, but I realised yesterday I forgot to upload it. But never mind, these things happen. It's just being careless, isn't it? Because I was going to upload it during the week. I filmed it on Sunday, but it was a really sunny, hot afternoon. I couldn't be bothered. It was just like I wanted to go out in the sun and just chill, but I forgot to upload it. I never got a chance during the week, and the rest is history. Half time, and Hungary have taken a shock lead, I'd have to say. Alan Shearer is just talking. I don't know what he's saying. Man, France have had 70% possession of the ball, but 1-0 Hungary. France 7 attempts, Hungary 3. Hungary 2 on target, 1 on for France. Corners 1 apiece. Bookings, France have had 1 for Pavard. Man, France are on something disgusting today. France are playing appalling for what I thought they were. This is worse than the embarrassment of last night, England versus Scotland.
11.
After the hype all day of what I thought was going to be an absolute walkover of a match, it was A, anything but that, and B, an absolute disgrace. So, yeah, no 147 in this frame for us. Well, no 147 full stop, actually. Bit outrageous, bit unrealistic. But look where the colours are, so it's going to be very hard for King to get to a colour from here, even if he does pot this fairly tricky red. And he hasn't potted it, so yeah. Here we are on the table with a potential chance. I wouldn't say that's a potential chance, no. So King's got away with 1 there. Yeah, I'd say King's got away with that. So we're just going to have to, pains me to say it, but we're going to have to play a boring old safety shot, you know. And that was way too hard. I feel like I'm getting to know the pace of the table a bit better now, and I kind of knew maybe when I was playing it was a bit too hard. So I think I should perhaps go with the instinct a bit more. I'm getting more experience on this game, and part of that's from watching loads of Captain Goodspeed, or not even Captain Goodspeed, just loads of Snooker 19, probably Captain Goodspeed's Community World Championship. When he did that, has massively helped me, my experience. Some of his earlier videos haven't really helped me get experience that I've been watching lately, because it's pretty. He didn't play as well then as he does now, I feel, or he doesn't play as well in the earlier ones as he does in the later ones. So I feel that the more recent episodes that you see in Snooker 19 for Captain Goodspeed are probably the best ones to watch if you want to get better at this game. Just kind of give you a bit more of a feel of what you're doing. Which is certainly what I've gained through watching loads of these videos. And it's perhaps the reason I'm winning. I've now won a tournament finally. Like I don't know if I ever thought I'd win a tournament one day on this career mode. I thought maybe I'd build myself up to it. It would take me a very long time. I was shocked to have won it that day. You know, it was a fantastic performance. I mean, I know it was medium difficulty, but I'd struggled on medium difficulty before that. And it was a tough. I did have a tough match against Maguire. You have to say.
Well, you lost control of the cue ball there. He'll be annoyed with that.
It's not a very good shot, no.
8.
Very tricky shot coming up here. But if we get this in, we've got every chance to go and win the match. It's actually really close. But I think I'm going to leave this on. No, we haven't left it. We got away with it. I was going to say we might have got the snooker because I was looking at the other side of the pack, but even so, there's this easy red that you can hit. So I'm just going to kind of play away. Well, not play away, you know, that was an absolutely disgusting red. Oh, I'm glad that green didn't drop. So I think, I don't know actually, I don't think I would have been leaving him a free ball, but I've left him a pot. It's a very tricky one, but he went for it and he missed it. And with 115 points on this green baize now, we've got a good chance.
Half a chance here.
Screw deep into that, and what a shot. A beauty. So I'm going to dislodge. I'm going to play the blue and maybe attempt to dislodge the black. Or can I do that from the green? Dislodge the black from the green. I think I can, yeah. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to attempt to dislodge this black from the green. I've unlocked the black. Am I on an easy red? Is the question. Yeah, I am. Well, easy for Snooker 19 standards anyway. Not for real life. Obviously, in real life, I'd probably just think the player would either play safe here or fully commit themselves to this, which is a very tricky shot. And I missed that. Well, I thought I would have missed it because I'd missed the power bar. And when you play shots with side, I think it's very risky to miss the power bar. So, yeah. So yeah, they're just doing some half-time analysis at the moment. So I'm taking an eye off the football. I've still got my phone there. But I can't bother to turn that off. Not wasting any mobile data or anything like that. So not really much point in me turning it off. I'll just get to know immediately when it's back on. So it's in my benefit to keep that on.
I think he's playing this with a lot of power.
Third time lucky.
It's a bit sloppy. He's lost position here.
Dave's all critical about it being sloppy, but it was a very tough shot, Dave. Come on, don't be so critical. Give me a break. It's a very tough shot.
Chance, but a chance nonetheless.
What a pot that was. That was fantastic. I thought, at the last minute I thought I'd missed that, but...
Well, he couldn't have played that any better. Superb positional shot. 20. This is no giving. What a top pot that was.
It's dislodged the pink, but it'll probably be going back to where it came from, which is in a place that's very tied up. The pack of reds, so that's not good, but hi-oh, we've got a high value colour in, which if we want to make the century break, is only good news. Obviously we've taken a low value green, but that was for the purposes of freeing the high value black and making this break hell of a lot easier. So 5 points off the 115 so far. Can't make 115, we can make 110 I think.
This 28.
How's that? Not good for the pink, but fine for the green. If I can just somehow make this hit the back of the pocket. It's there. Should be on a red.
31.
Not the greatest really though, but it's better than being on nothing. But this is very, very tough. This is, make no mistake. On Pro, I'd probably still fancy my chances for this. But Pro Plus, oh, big ask, and that's amazing.
That's just magnificent. What about that for a positional shot? Perfect.
Oh!
32.
Got that for a positional shot. Neil Founds isn't too wrong there, but do I really want to go for this? I don't think that's too wise of a shot. Do you?
Not the ideal result, but it could have been worse.
Not good really. Poor, very poor. That's a very poor shot actually. Maybe it was a tough shot, but that was poor, I have to say. That was a poor shot. Hold on to your hats. Oof! Overcut it. So no century in the end, but it was a very good attempt. And we go and leave Mark King an easy starter.
Ronnie O'Sullivan.
Which is probably exactly what he wanted.
1. 8. 9.
And you know, this match could be forced into a deciding frame by King if he can if he can just hold himself together somehow. Very, very nerve-wracking times in this 10th frame here. It'd be nice to just be able to get over this match in this frame, but obviously we're going to have to rely on King's mistake, and that shot's kind of just freed everything up. Well, that shot's tied shot's just tied the yellow up.
21.
The one he did, the one before the brown here there. And let's have a little look where he opts to go. I'm assuming he's going to take pink here, but pink's not going to leave him the easy red unless. Okay, that was a good positional shot. I can't knock him there. That was a very good positional shot. So it's all about that yellow, really.
29.
And judging by that shot, I don't think he's going to get it unless he can. Well, unless he was going to produce a superb positional shot on the brown. He didn't. He just decided to play dirty. But oh yeah, part of the game, snooker. Not as bad as my real life experience the other day. Fouling off 28 points in a frame where I led heavily, 24-point lead, and that was a very good hit in the end. I'd maybe had left half a chance, I don't know, but it wasn't anything that I think he would have gone for or even got if he had gone for. So
Very difficult for his opponent if he pulls it off.
need the cue ball to run a bit, a little bit harder, and that would have been ace. But
Not what he intended at all.
well,
I'll be annoyed with that.
King has left half a chance, you have to say.
He's taking it on.
But he's also left a very easy snooker. I think he's left an easy enough snooker. Fairly accurate with the power bar there. Don't go in yellow. Yeah, that's a very good snooker. Oh, the joys of having a positional aiming aid. He's hit it, but he's left it. And this is a good chance. If of course the yellow's perhaps missable over distance, you know, this is still a missable yellow. There's pressure on it. If this was the opening frame, I'd probably get this
Half a chance.
fairly half-heartedly.
What a
It means a lot. We just win this match in this frame and relieve us from the pressure of having to go through a decider. you know, it just makes us feel a bit more confident that we could win, that we could beat somebody by more than a frame. Because obviously we wouldn't feel too confident going into the next round with a very hard opponent probably, because it's a top 16 player now in the last 16. I'm assuming King was top 32, because this is the last 32. This is the UK Championship, but they don't do the 1 versus 128 thing in Snooker 19. I didn't think they would. They're not too. They don't follow too many rules in this game. They don't. Well, when I say too many rules, I'm talking about the rankings. Not really. I'm not really talking about frame length or match length or whatever. I'm talking solely about the. Frame. I'm talking solely about the matches, the opponent rankings, and your ranking in relation to theirs. So who you play. But you don't really see the last. You don't really see the last 6. You don't really see anyone outside of the top 16 there, beyond the last 16, except in the shootout. Maybe like Captain Goodspeed managed to pull out Tom Ford in the semi-final once of the shootout, and then he pulled out Stuart Bingham in the final. But that's Bingham, a top 16 player. You can get any top 16 player in anywhere in the last 16, onwards. Really, I feel. King needs just a single snooker, and I'm sure he'll come back. No, he's got it. He's got the snooker.
He could well leave an opportunity if he's not careful.
I think we're going to hit this. Yeah, we have hit that. That's fine. Good shot. Good shot, but we could be in trouble again. Black's a very good position to get the snooker behind. The Black's... You can leave a very tough snooker by getting the cue ball behind the Black. The only thing is the Black's it's very difficult to get the cue ball. There was a cue ball going. It's fine. Oh, they've restarted, I think. France and Hungary. I'm supporting France, I think. But it would be nice to see Hungary go through to the next round, especially with the group they've been put in. A group where it's very much against the odds for them. Well, I'd say Germany are past their peak. Or certainly not playing too well at the moment. And that was a fantastic... Well, it wasn't that good because it was pretty easy and not much pressure. But it kind of just pushed the match to bed, which I suppose is a pressure in itself, you know. It's putting a match away. And that was a nice little Black that we probably couldn't have done if we were playing for the maximum break, but not too fussed. That's the framer match in the bag. So we win the match in the end. By a couple of frames, 6 frames to 4. We win 10 out of the 11 frames, a high break of 92. Yeah, we did make a 92, I think, in the second frame. I scored 624 points, meaning that he scored, let me see, 359 points. Here we go in the last 16 then. Who have we got? Closing my eyes, I'm waiting for music. We're just looking at half the screen. See when it changes. Luca Brissell. Well, player who's no longer in the top 16, of course, but Luca Brissell. Wow, that's perhaps not thinking of Luca when I was thinking of this last 16 match, but Luca. Well, that is a surprise, and yeah. Who did we play in the first round? It's not going to let us see. But yeah, you can see we beat Mark Joyce 3-2 in the second round. I think we might have been Fan Zhengyi in the first round. It was by 2 frames to 1. I think it was. I'm pretty sure it was Fan Zhengyi. So yeah, best of 11 in round 4. Luca Brissell, who is world number 16 at the moment in this game. I think he's in real life he's world number 39, but tumbled the rankings significantly since this game released. Yeah, it'll be a good one. I'm probably just going to be a little bit shocked about how well Luca's playing, because he will be playing like a top 16 player where, yeah, I'd assume he's going to play badly because of how he plays at the moment. He doesn't play that well, clearly, if he's slipped the rankings. I mean, I'm not insulting him. He plays better than me, obviously, and he's doing decently in the rankings. He hasn't completely slipped. I mean, he's not outside the top 64. He's still inside the top 64, but he's out of the top 32. Yeah, I would assume he was pretty young in this game. I don't know if there's an age profile, player profile that you can see. Having a look at the schedule though. Scottish Open, I'm just going to play like potluck there. If I can do it, I'll show the final. You know, over this Christmas period, because that's obviously when these tournaments are. You know, I'm not bother entering too many. I want to create a Christmas off. You know, that's what Ronnie might do. If Ronnie probably would play in the Scottish Open. I don't know about German Masters. I'd skip the German Masters though. Skipping Championship League. I don't really like the idea. I might play League off you know, off thing. Doesn't say which event we're in. I'm just assuming they're going to put us straight in event 1, Championship League 1. And I'll obviously play the Masters, the big one. Play the World Grand Prix, Shootout, Players Championship, Tour Championship, China Open and World Championships. Actually, it's only good tournaments that remain now. So the Masters is after this, and then the Shootout. So, you know, really exciting tournaments coming up. I'm really excited for it. So, you know, the rest of the season's probably pretty fun. I'm just taking out all the tournaments that I think are a bit boring and just playing the good ones. You know, China Open, World Championship. It's a good end to the season. Tour Championship on this game's a bit watered down. But just because of its status, I think I have to play it. I think we'd be in it anyway for being inside the world's top 8. I don't think there is a 1-year list on this game, so I think that's how that works. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed that. Thank you for watching. See you soon. Have a great day, and goodbye.